So, J Baba, folks, we're reading quotes today. There are quotes for Silence Day 2025, the centenary Silence Day. Um, and I'll just ask you to raise your hand if you'd like to read your quote.
Yeah, I go ahead.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. When desires are denied their expression and fulfillment in action and are allowed to pass through the intensity of the fire of a cognitive consciousness that does not sanction them, the seeds of these desires are consumed. Jai Baba.
Goodness. I wonder if you'd read that one again. I think we may need to repeat them. Is
Okay,
that all right to read it
yeah,
again?
yeah, sure, why not? When desires are denied their expression and fulfillment in action and are allowed to pass through the intensity of the fire of a cognitive consciousness that does not sanction them.
Mm.
The seeds of these desires are consumed.
Wow. You'd have to look at that one to absorb it. Wow.
It's just in depth.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Folks, yeah, I need to ask you to mute if you're not reading, but getting a bit of an echo.
Okay.
Uh, if you're, thank you. Nish,
But would you like to say what you feel about that? What it made you feel about? Did it touch your heart? Did it make sense?
It kind of makes you think that we would love to make the desires come into you and try and be with it so that it can be rejected. So that's the feeling I got. So I got the message, and I hope this is where things go by for me in
That's
Baba
beautiful.
King.
Thank you for explaining how it touched your own. Thank you
and
very much.
can you tell us your name and where you're from? I should have.
I'm originally from India, and right now I'm based in Dubai. And it's been, you can say, more than 2 decades since I have visited Mehrabad. And I have been going to Mehrabad whenever Baba gives the opportunity. And I remember I had visited also when the MPR was not existing. So it's been
That's
a
a long
long journey.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just like you wait for the next call.
That's right. We're all waiting for the next call.
Yeah.
What
So
year was
that's
that
one
when the
thing.
PC wasn't, when the NPR was not there?
Yeah, yeah.
What year was it?
I believe somewhere near 1997 or 95. So that's a good amount of time. And
Wow.
yeah. And I'll get back to your attire since I always admire your color combination. I said that once I am on this particular meeting, I should also, you know,
Good. Wonderful.
Oh,
Baba
beautiful.
hat. Wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
oh,
you.
I'm so
Thank
glad you
you.
brought that. That's charming.
actually like we have this particular uh, global village in Dubai where the event has all the different countries representing with their entire collection of things and they
Oh,
come to sell.
oh, beautiful.
So this is one which I took for myself, and there's another one which my daughter she picked it up, but that's got the black tassels coming down, and whenever we can, we get it up.
Fun, fun. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you have your
Yeah.
family with you there.
Yeah, in fact, like currently she is studying in Canada. She's doing her psychology.
Hmm.
She's in her third year
Oh, beautiful.
undergrad. Yes.
You look so young. I wouldn't believe that you have such a big daughter.
No, no, no.
Well,
I'm
I think we've got quite a few people here, so I think maybe we
yeah.
need
Thank you.
to ask
Jay
Jai
them.
Babu.
If you like to read your quote, raise your hand digitally if you can. And if not, you can raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's see. I need to uh, get to where I can see you. Whoopsie.
Wendy raised her hand.
Wendy. All right. Thanks. Thank you, Mikhail. Wendy?
Got it. I was just trying to find my, not very adept with this new computer. Okay. Unlike other living creatures, which are born insignificantly, live an ordinary life, and die an uncertain death, the physical birth of human beings connotes an important and, if they are circumspect about it, perhaps the final stage of their evolutionary progress. Here onward, they no longer are automatons, but masters of their destiny, which they can shape and mold according to will. And this means that human beings, having passed through all the travails of lower evolutionary processes, should insist upon the reward thereof, which is spiritual birth in this very life. And in bracket, should not rest content with a promise in the hereafter.
My goodness. Would you read that again? It's a lot to grab.
I've read it so many times, I'm still figuring it. Unlike other living creatures, which are born insignificantly, live an involuntary life, and die an uncertain death. Excuse me. The physical birth of human beings connotes an important and, if they are circumspect about it, perhaps a final stage of their evolutionary progress. Here onward, they no longer are automatons, but masters of their destiny, which they can shape and mold according to will. And this means that human beings, having passed through all the travails of lower evolutionary processes, should insist upon the reward thereof, which is spiritual birth in this very life, and should is in brackets, not rest content with a promise in the hereafter.
My goodness.
It feels like a lot of pressure. Hey,
Now we have to make our own destiny kind of.
yeah, anyway, Jai Baba.
Excellent. And Wendy, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Millbrook, Ontario, Canada. And it's hot up here.
Thank you. And
Jai
Namika?
Baba.
Mikal?
Yeah, I have to find the unmute. So, wait, I have to do this and find the quote, and it goes like this. Wait, where is it? Here. Yeah, so it's a long one as well. The same fact in life looks different to different people. Its appearance being determined by the particular window of the spiritual nature from which the individual looks. Each person must look at the cause and effect from the window that is natural to him, or her, of course. To try to see through all windows is to risk stagnation in the complexity of a whirlpool of intellectual facts that can never be integrated by intellectual means. To try to argue another out of the seeming world of reality that he sees from his window is to argue the unarguable. So that is my quote. Do you want me to read again, anyone? Or is, yeah? Okay. So the same fact in life looks different to different people, its appearance being determined by the particular window of the spiritual nature from which the individual looks. Each person must look at cause and effect from the window that is natural to him or her. To try to see through all windows is to risk stagnation in the complexity of a whirlpool of intellectual facts that can never be integrated by intellectual means. To try to argue another out of the seemingly world of reality that he sees from his window is to argue the unarguable. And I consider this quote the first one that really made any meaningfulness to me. I'm from Israel. I live in Tel Aviv. This place is full of people looking from different windows and going through different lives, and each one has their own truth about it. And each one is totally convinced that their truth is the truth, and their and each one is holding on to God and pulling Him on their side, and that has been done throughout eternity in our lives. Everyone is harnessing God, and saying, that's mine, and it's this way. And this land is mine, and it's this way. So what Nishit was saying about having those, wanting things, saying they're having these desires and trying to manifest them. That is what is happening in this country. And Baba is saying in this, don't try to make any sense out of it, and don't try to pull anyone out of their outlook and out of their window. Let them be, it's only Baba who can see that from on top. And just let people be in their own window, seeing their own truth and doing their own thing. And that made a lot of sense to me in this whole craziness and suffering that is happening here. So that is the only actual first quote that really, really made sense to my life directly in what is happening here. And so just seeing that we're all seeing the world from different windows, just as we are now, each one in our own window. And a friend of mine in another Zoom said, in Baba Zoom said something very beautiful. She said, there's like in two hands, like the dark forces and the light forces. And Baba says that you have to have the exact sanskara. In order to erase the sanskara, you have to have the exact opposite sanskara in order to eliminate. It can't be any good sanskara against bad sanskara. It has to be the exact one. So maybe what is happening here, and she brought this image of the two hands coming together, like the hand of the light and the hand of the darkness, touching exactly in order to eliminate, in order to nil the sanskaras here. And it is happening because there are a lot of beautiful people, a lot of demonstrations, a lot of beautiful Israelis who don't want the war going on the way it does, and the things that are going on. And there's a lot of darkness in Israel and in Hamas and all around. So maybe that's what Baba is doing. So, and when two hands come together, that's when you say Jai Baba. Thank you.
Beautiful, Mikal. That's a lovely thought. Thank you. All right, Jean.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can't see you though. Now yeah.
Oh, now you can.
Yeah.
Spiritual understanding, dot, 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 can never fail to accept the stern realities of life and its demands. When people seek spirituality apart from life, as if it had nothing to do with the material world, their search is futile. Real spiritual experience involves not only realization of the soul on higher planes, but also a right attitude toward worldly duties. If it loses its connection with the different phases of life, what we have is a neurotic reaction that is far from being a spiritual experience. Signed, M.S. Irani.
Mm.
Spiritual understanding, dot, 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 can never fail to accept the stern realities of life and its demands. When people seek spirituality apart from life, as if it had nothing to do with the material world, their search is futile. Real spiritual experience involves not only realization of the soul on higher planes, but also a right attitude toward worldly duties. If it loses its connection with the different phases of life, what we have is a neurotic reaction that is far from being a spiritual experience. Signed, M.S. Irani. Jai Baba.
Thank you, Jean. Where are you coming from?
Goshen, New York.
Thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Thanks. And Marion now.
Hi, thank you, everyone. I'm Marion from New York City, and this is my quote. To follow love is to keep oneself prepared for greater and greater sacrifice. In leading the life of love, you have to be in readiness to leave anything and everything at my signal, or to retain willingly your connections with family, business, and society, if so desired by me.
Wow.
I read it once more.
Please, yes.
Okay. To follow love is to keep oneself prepared for greater and greater sacrifice. In leading the life of love, you have to be in readiness to leave anything and everything at my signal, or to retain willingly your connections with family, business, and society, if so desired by me. And this means that love, which is not an emotion. Baba teaches it's the power and force that keeps the whole creation together, is that the highest form of love is, and the highest form of right action is love. Not waiting to feel like it, not waiting to want to do it, but following the real need and taking an action. And we don't do that alone. We do it with the hand of God. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marion. And where are you coming from?
New York City.
Thanks. Thank you. Mm. And now to Diana.
Jay Baba, to you all. I see we're putting ourselves on the map. I'm coming from Asheville, North Carolina, and I got a quote which is so different this year. I often get those quotes that I have to study and study, kind of like Wendy's and Michal's. For me, I would have to study and study them. This one just really feels so right and true and not easy to do, but I think we get it. Love others as you would love yourself and all that is yours. If you stop thinking of your own happiness and give happiness to others, you will indeed play the part of the lover of God, because God is in all.
Beautiful. But let's hear it again. It's simple but profound.
And I also believe that's our natural state, really, to give happiness to others. It's our greatest happiness. Love others as you would love yourself and all that is yours. If you stop thinking of your own happiness and give happiness to others, you will indeed play the part of the lover of God, because beloved God is in all.
Thank you so much. Jay Baba. Diana, thank you. And now Telly. Hi, Telly.
Hi, Betty. How are you?
Great, thanks. Nice to see you again. So long.
It's nice to see you too. So I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia. My quote is not a long one, but it's really, I think, a good. Oh, they're all good. Baba says, start from the top. Expand your compassion to embrace the world. Do not seek my blessing, which is always upon you, but long for the day when my grace will descend upon all who love me.
Again, can we hear it again?
Sure. Expand your compassion to embrace the world. Do not seek my blessing, which is always upon you, but long for the day when my grace will descend upon all who love me.
Simple but profound. Any thoughts on that?
I like the idea of having compassion for the whole world, because I think we're living in a time of awakening to the earth as a living being, and that we're all interconnected and interdependent, and I believe in our time we might see we'll become galactic beings, and much more expansive than we ever thought possible. And Baba demonstrated that kind of life.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. Thank you. Thank you, Telly.
Such a gift. That quote, beautiful.
Diane.
You're still muted.
Sorry about that. I am from Diane. I'm from Venice Beach, California. Love Baba as your master, as your father, as your brother. Don't worry about anything else. Purity, impurity, all disappear when love is 100% there. So don't worry. Baba knows you and loves you. And in spite of everything, Baba will never leave you. Remember this.
Oh,
And
what a
boy, did I need to hear that.
yeah. Oh boy, I'm with you. Didn't you say it again, Diane?
Sure. Love Baba as your master, as your father, as your brother. Don't worry about anything else. Purity, impurity, all disappear when love is 100% there. So don't worry. Baba knows you and loves you. And in spite of everything, Baba will never leave you. Remember this. Jai
Oh,
Baba.
remember this. Thank you, Diane. Boy, I needed that. Ruthie?
Jai Baba, good morning. My quote says, as contrasted with the method of the mind, which has its foundation in sensations and proceeds through inference and proof to conclusions, there is a more direct method of the heart. The heart intuitively grasps the values that are progressively realized in the life of an individual as he goes through the diverse experiences of the world and as his attention is centered on arriving at spiritual understanding. That's a mouthful,
Mhm.
but Baba's contrasting the mind and the heart. As contrasted with the method of the mind, which has its foundations in sensations and proceeds through inference and proofs to conclusions, there is the more direct method of the heart. The heart intuitively grasps the values that are progressively realized in the life of an individual as he goes through the diverse experiences of the world and as his attention is centered on arriving at spiritual understanding.
Thank you, Ruthie. And where are you coming from?
Oh, thank you. From near Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And again, I think just this speaks to processing through our heart rather than our mind and keeping our eyes on the prize. Thanks.
Thank you, Ruthie. You must be having a little rain. Um, Ellen.
Had to unmute there. I'm from Santa Rosa, California, a bit north of San Francisco. And my quote says, just as a musical instrument is valuable only if it gives expression to the song of a musician and becomes a hindrance if it does not yield complete subservience. Matter, action, is valuable if it gives free and adequate expression to the creative flow of life and becomes an obstacle if it interferes with it. So, second time. Just as a musical instrument is valuable only if it gives expression to the song of a musician and becomes a hindrance if it does not yield complete subservience. Matter, action, is valuable if it gives free and adequate expression to the creative flow of life and becomes an obstacle if it interferes with it. And as someone else said, signed by M.S. Arani.
Thank you so much, Ellen. Any thoughts on that?
Giving it all to Baba, asking that Baba be the one, and that I know that Baba be the one. It's what comes to me from that.
Yeah. Yep.
Getting out of the way, to whatever small extent might be possible for me.
Thank you. All right, we go to Robert in NYC. Oh, I'm sorry. No, there's one before you. There's Sally. Sally?
Hey Baba,
Hey, Bob.
hey Baba, everybody. Um, I think if I go to the other screen, I'm on using my phone, so if I go to the other screen, you won't see the video. So let's see. Here it is.
See you fine.
Oh, okay. All right. So my quote says, "Oh, why did it disappear?" All right. So Baba says, I want you to remain undisturbed and unshaken by the force of life's currents. For whatever the circumstances, they too will be my own creation. If you endure your lot with patience and contentment, accepting it as God's will, you are loving God. Signed by M.S. Irani Meher Baba. So, I take this as Baba saying, be resigned to my will and just my job is just to keep loving him and remembering him constantly. Not even a leaf moves without his will. And whatever is happening is because of his will and wish. And we are just here to remember him and love him. That's the goal of life. Jai Baba.
Amen, sister. That's wonderful. And six, can you read it again, Sally, and tell us also where you're coming from?
Jai Baba. Yeah, sure. I'm here in Randolph, New Jersey. And this quote says, I want you to remain undisturbed and unshaken by the force of life's currents, for whatever the circumstances, they too will be my own creation. If you endure your lot with patience and contentment, accepting it as God's will, you are loving God. Jai Meher Baba.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sally. And now, Robert.
Yes, I'm from New York City, and here's my quote. In relation to the future, worry is experienced when this future is expected to be disagreeable in some way. In this case, worry seeks to justify itself as a necessary part of the attempt to prepare for coping with the anticipated situations. But things can never be helped merely by worrying. M.S. Irani.
Can you read it again?
Absolutely. In relation to the future, worry is experienced when the future is expected to be disagreeable in some way. In this case, worry seeks to justify itself as a necessary part of the attempt to prepare for coping with the anticipated situations. But things can never be helped merely by worrying. I can certainly use that message. I worry. I definitely worry. My mother was a worrier. I inherited it. I can't blame her. I'm sorry. I'm a worrier. I definitely worry. And it doesn't serve me. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't help. It's a waste of time. But it feels like it's necessary.
So true. So true.
Doesn't help. But so I get that. It just trusted, like something came up yesterday that was unexpected. I wanted to just kind of like, I went into a dark place and then I just said, it's Baba's will. Let it accept it. Bob, there's something to be learned from the experience. There's something there that Baba wants to teach me. So, accept it and move on. Next.
Beautiful. Thank you, Robert. Melanie, you raised your hand finally. Good.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted.
Okay,
Do
good.
I have an echo?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out why. Okay,
It's my fault. It has to do with the fact that I have.
No, you have two devices
Yes,
open.
I do.
That's why.
I know that.
So you have to
So
close one.
let me get rid of one of them. So let's see, maybe this. Sorry. Do you want to come back to me in a moment while I figure out how to get rid of one of these, please?
all right.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see a hand, so I can read mine. Which I'm Betty Lowman, and I'm from Sacramento, California. If you cannot love someone, at least have the courage to give in. Spiritually, it is not cowardice to give in. It is poise that makes you sacrifice and makes others happy. M.S. Irani. So I'll read it again. If you cannot love someone, at least have the courage to give in. Spiritually, it is not cowardice to give in. It is poise that makes you sacrifice and make others happy. Boy, I mean that is it's so hard to give in. um yeah, no, let's see, I need to get back here to that's really all I've got. It's hard to give in, but and I don't know, you feel I don't I think I usually feel that it smooths things over, but sometimes I feel like I'm sort of smaller or something, which is, I guess, ego talking. Yeah. Give in, Johnny Doe. Let's see, who else? I'll just go down the list if that's okay. Elizabeth? Elizabeth?
Can you come back to me in about 4 or 5 minutes?
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Anahita, haven't seen you in a while. Are you ready to read?
Yeah, hi Betty.
Hi.
Jai
Good.
Baba.
You.
Love is the only religion. People are now tired of theories, doctrines, and principles. They want the real thing, which explanations can never give. They must feel truth, see truth, and experience truth. Only then can one, through remaining in the world, not be of it. That's the hardest thing to do, remaining in the world and not be of it.
That's true. And where are you coming from, Anaita?
I'm from Mumbai. And it's Sunday night here.
Oh, that's right. Oh, oh, right. Yep. Can you read it again?
Yeah. Love is the only religion. People are now tired of theories, doctrines, and principles. They want the real thing, which explanations can never give. They must feel truth, see truth, and experience truth. Only then can one, through remaining in the world, not be of it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Love is the only religion. I think every country needs that now.
Every heart I think now. Yeah, every heart.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Anaita.
Jai
Good.
Baba.
Let's see. Elizabeth, are you ready yet? Or shall I come back?
Diane and Terry are ready.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm walking to where I usually do this. I have one that's like a dissertation. I can't believe it. I've got such a long one. So hold on a second. I have to pull it up on my email.
You want me to come back to you?
No, because it's not
Okay.
difficult to pull up.
Show.
Unless you want to, you can. I did want to say something
Can
about
Terry
Michelle's
do
after
hers
everybody.
because she needs to leave?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
go ahead. Terry, do hers.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Hold on.
No, no problem.
We're going to the Sahavas here in town, so we have to take off soon.
Sure.
And I just want to say that Anahita and Telly, it's good to see your faces. I haven't seen them in a long time. And everybody else, I love you. Here we go. I know exactly how you have tried, what you doubt, how you've tried to overcome this confusion, and how you eventually have come to me. All that means that you have not failed me. MS Arani.
Wow, is
You
that
want me
beautiful?
to do it again?
Yeah.
Please, yeah.
I know exactly how you have tried, what you doubt, how you've tried to overcome this confusion, and how you eventually have come to me. All that means that you have not failed me. Jai Baba.
Yay, Baba. And Terry's also from Venice Beach.
Yes, sorry.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, off to a wonderful Sahavas, you two. How about now, Elizabeth?
Sorry, contrary to what I said to you, I actually am searching for my quote and I still haven't found it. So I'll let you know as soon as I have it. Okay. I'm so sorry to waste your time. Thank
No
you.
problem. Okay,
But
well,
it's great to see everybody here and hear all these things.
wow, interesting quotes, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they're all, I don't know, somebody did some digging. They're very long this time. Okay, I'll be back. I'm muting myself.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a little request. I wonder
Martha's up.
if there, could everybody go on camera? It'd be so great to see you rather than, these
Well,
icons or whatever you call
okay,
them.
certainly.
Pawns. They look like pawns.
Okay, thanks, Eugene. Certainly while you're reading your quote. Gabriella?
Martha has her hand up, darling.
Oh,
I
okay.
snuck it in. I snuck it up there when you weren't looking, Betty.
Marta.
Good morning, everybody. When anyone hurts you, it is I who hurt you. When anyone laughs at you, it is I who is laughing. How can you realize my infinite presence if you shrink from me in those who hurt you and welcome me only in those who please you? When anyone hurts you, it is I who hurts you. When anyone laughs at you, it is I who is laughing. How can you realize my infinite presence if you shrink from me in those who hurt you and welcome me only in those who please you?
Wow. Yeah, well
That's
said.
That's a little jewel from our beloved.
Such a great reminder.
And where are you, Marta?
Santa Barbara, California, the paradise of the world. Sorry, guys. No, just kidding. Ellen shaking her head. Oh, brother. Hi, Ellen.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
What, Ellen?
We tried that.
I know. I don't know why I'm still here. Baba's grace. Thank you.
I love that quote you read. I love that. I read that
Thanks,
a lot.
Wendy. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Gabby, are you there?
I have mine now, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. All right. Well, why don't you go ahead? Hi, Elizabeth. It's been a while. Okay.
I know. Here it is. And this is a long one. Okay. Divine love is qualitatively different from human love. Human love is for the many in the one, and divine love is for the one in the many. Human love leads to innumerable complications and tangles, but divine love leads to integration and freedom. In divine love, the personal and the impersonal aspects are equally balanced. But in human love, the two aspects are in alternating ascendancy. Human love, in its personal and impersonal aspects, is limited, but divine love, with its fusion of the personal and the impersonal aspects, is infinite in being and expression.
Wow.
Said that and I thought, wow, who picked that one out for me?
That's a beauty. It's a beauty.
I know it's amazing. If you think that Baba picks out each one for you, the quote becomes even more powerful for whatever it is, whoever is going through whatever. And I just, I just started rereading or trying to reread God Speaks with a group. And of course, it's all about divine love and the transverse of the soul toward this integration. But anyway, should I read it again?
Please, and tell us where you're from, too.
From Raleigh, North Carolina. So, which is with the Chapel Hill, Durham, Raleigh group, that triangle group. Okay, here it is. Divine love is qualitatively different from human love. Human love is for the many in the one, and divine love is for the one in the many. Human love leads to innumerable complications and tangles, but divine love leads to integration and freedom. In divine love, the personal and the impersonal aspects are equally balanced. But in human love, the two aspects are in alternating ascendancy. Human love, in its personal and impersonal aspects, is limited. But divine love, with its fusion of the personal and the impersonal aspects, is infinite in being and expression. Shea Baba.
Wow. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Yeah, that was a lot to.
Where was that from, Elizabeth?
MS Irani. I don't know.
You don't, yeah,
If anybody knows, please
No,
say.
they don't give the in this quotes. They didn't write the exact quote where it came from. Only
I'm pretty sure it's
the
from
exact one. It's Baba. It's Baba.
It's the discourses. I'm sure it's the discourses, and I could probably find it, but I haven't tried to find it. And I think it's the discourse on love. There are a couple of discourses on love. One's toward the end of one of the, the 4-volume book, and then there's another one, and they both talk about the distinctions. And I could go look it up real quickly and see what I can come up with, but it'll take me 5 to 10 minutes maybe.
Well, in the meantime,
yeah, I'll look it up while the next person reads.
I remember Baba told Kitty Davy, don't look at the many in the one, look at the one in the many.
Let's see. Gabriella.
Jay Baba.
Hey, Baba.
Good morning. If someone abuses us or insults us and becomes the cause of our suffering, or if we are harassed in any way, we should be grateful to such a person instead of reacting angrily with him or her, because they are the means of wiping out our sanskaras. Also, Pity them, for they make the load of their sanskaras more burdensome.
Wow.
Perfect.
Mm.
Perfect for me.
Let's hear that again, Gabrielle.
I've been preparing for what to put in the Dooney this 12th, and this relates to it. Okay, I'll read it again. If someone abuses us or insults us and becomes the cause of our suffering, or if we are harassed in any way, we should be grateful to such a person instead of reacting angrily with them, because they are the means of wiping out our sanskaras. Also, pity them, for they make the load of their sanskaras more burdensome. M.S. Irani.
Right. Oh,
Hey,
thank
Baba.
Oh, and where are you coming from?
Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Okay, maybe you said that. Thank you. Thank
No,
you,
I
Gab.
didn't. Thanks.
I have a question for Gabriella. That last line, I think I misunderstood it. Whose burdens are made less burdensome?
No, the person who hurt us or abused us, pity them, for their sanskaras become more burdensome to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had heard that.
Yeah, well, that had to do with Baba's father said that, because he wouldn't fight against the person that had hurt him in court. And his wife wanted him to stand up and fight against it. And he said, pray for them, because for him, for that man, because he has taken on so many sanskaras. And I'm fine. He's laughing, you know. I'm happy because mine have been removed.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thanks.
A good one. Let's see. Anyone else want to raise a hand? Well, I'll just call a few names. Let's see. We have Mithun, AK Mithun. Are you here? Let's see. Oh, Rosalie. All right, we'll go to Rosalie first. Rosalie, can we see you? There you are.
This is from the Blue Bus Time. And this is from Mayor Baba via Norina. I love this. This is called God Has to Be Manifested. And I would say this every day during the pandemic, and I absolutely love it. May you love it. See me live in you in small ways of life. The everyday ritual of selfless harmony. The unsatisfied element in you is God, who needs you to be like him. Unsatisfied humor is God, when winning in you the dual show of I. I am the motive-making I, to lift in I the truth. God is monotheistic realization reaction in I. I am one in all. See me give in you the real order to resign in self-importance. I am in you the truth, creating you dual in humble ways of I. Lift in the I, that is me.
Wow.
Life has two sides, and one way to make the two sides. Left and one, right and one, God as one is two in one. See to join the threefold show of I as subconscious, conscious, and superconscious existence in one all I life. Realize in subconscious, conscious, and superconscious union, its own godhood. Love this game in I. See me in it. Pure joy.
Wow.
Hi. And that,
Wow.
yeah. Thank you, Rosalie. Should have known you'd get some some.
I don't know who sent me this. I just have no idea. But I'm glad I received it. I do have one more, and this is a good one. It's like, so it is in this making believe that I hear him God as man. Be sure of this, and never doubt, and never hesitate to come to me if it is for help, if it is for a tiny bit of mercy. Come to me. If it is for a tiny bit of love, come to me. If it is for a tiny bit of joy that has no end, that joy that has no end, come to me.
You are.
Wow.
Yes,
This
and
one.
that's from Meher Baba.
Yes.
He would sign off on everything that came through Narena. Meher Baba.
Well,
Jay,
thank you, Rosalie. And where are you coming from? Myrtle Beach, I know.
Myrtle Beach.
Do we get to hear those repeated, please?
Oh, good. All right.
Do we get to hear those repeated, please?
Oh, yeah, repeated it every day.
Well, no. Can you repeat to us?
Yes, I will.
Please?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
See me live in you in small ways of life. The everyday ritual of selfless harmony. The unsatisfied element in you is God, who needs you to be like him. Unsatisfied humor is God, when winning in you the dual show of I. I am the motive making I, to lift in I the truth. God is monotheistic realization reaction in I. I am one in all. See me give in you the real order to resign in self-importance. I am in you the truth, creating you dual in humble ways of I. Lift in the I, that is me. Life has two sides, and one way to make the two sides. Left and one, right and one. God as one is two in one. See to join the threefold show of I as subconscious, conscious, and superconscious existence in one all I life. Realize in subconscious, conscious, superconscious union, its own godhood. Love this game and I. See me in it. Pure joy. And that other one I love because it's a, so it is in this making believe that I here am God as man. Be sure of this and never doubt and never hesitate to come to me for help. If it is for a tiny bit of mercy, come to me. If it is for a tiny bit of love, come to me. If it is for a tiny bit of joy that has no end, come to me. Meher Baba.
Oh my goodness.
I
Wow.
love that because it is all a make believe. And he said so. So it must be right.
We needed a bit of mystical language. Thank you.
We got it. Thank you.
Now,
Mhm.
Melanie, you had something to
Yeah, yes, I'm still maybe having some computer problems, but if you can hear me, I think it's gonna be okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. So here's mine. First of all, thank you, Baba, of course, and Jeff, and everyone else who manages to get us all together like this, Angela, for such a really wonderful remembrance of Baba's words and teachings. So again, here's mine. When a person has his eye on the results of actions, instead of being concerned solely with their intrinsic worth, he is trying to tackle spiritual problems through the mind alone. And in doing so, is interfering with the proper functioning of the heart. So that's fine.
Can you say it again?
Again, when a person has his eye on the results of actions, instead of being concerned solely with their intrinsic worth, he is trying to tackle spiritual problems through the mind alone. And in doing so, is interfering with the proper functioning of the heart. So,
Actually, can we hear that one more time? That is really good.
yes. Okay, here we go.
I think I need that one anyway.
All right. When a person has his eye on the results of actions, instead of being concerned solely with their intrinsic worth, he is trying to tackle spiritual problems through the mind alone. And in doing so, is interfering with the proper functioning of the heart.
Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. I see with you're from Washington, D.C. There
Yes,
you
I'm here from Washington, D.C. And, to me, among many other things, with no time to go into really, this is almost or very similar to do the best you can and leave the results to God. In many ways, it's similar or an extension of or preliminary thinking to that saying of May Robbins as well. Do the best you can and leave the results to God.
And that makes me wonder, what is the correct functioning of the heart? That last line, that if you focus on the results, the mind gets in the way of the intended functioning of the heart, which I think is very interesting and something I need to think about.
Well, there is one more thing that I could mention. When I read this, I had this wonderful mother who lived to be 109. She died about 2 years ago. And Kitty once asked me who was my spiritual guide. This was the day I met Kitty and was introduced to Meher Baba. And I said, my mother is my spiritual guide. And she laughed. And I said, why are you laughing? She said, because I was wondering if it might be Christ or the Buddha or um, Allah or any of the others. And so anyway, my mother had a habit of doing huge favors to people. It was really clear that she was doing huge favors to people. And she never thought about them again. She never brought them up. No one was ever held, in debt. And for me, that demonstrated proper functioning of the heart.
Great explanation. Thank you.
What good fortune to have such a mother. Wow.
Oh, she was amazing. She came to the center once, and when she was like 88, and we were walking from from the beach, and we stopped off at Gator Lake. And anyway, at one point she said to me, she is a very strong Christian, but she said to me, "You couldn't even tell people about this place. They wouldn't believe you." She's amazing.
Oh, aren't we all fortunate? Yeah.
So precious. Thank you for sharing with us and bringing her into this Zoom with us and with Bob.
Lived to 109. My goodness.
109, and just lovely to the very end. Just really, people would try to help her. She'd say, "Oh, honey, don't lift me. You'll hurt your back." It's like, oh my gosh, Mom. And the wonderful thing is, I never visited her, except that we had, which I did quite often, about every 6 weeks in the last maybe 4 or 5 years. And anyway, where we didn't have a huge laugh, where sometimes we laugh. So, we just had, it was just really, really lovely to be in her. I was very fortunate, you're right. But I guess, every so often we have these relationships with people that are just special, not as though this would be an isolated incident for any of us, or for me, or so. If you haven't had it, your day's coming.
Thank you for sharing that story about you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Great gift. And you have Baba as well. So wow.
Let's see. Now, Elizabeth, you have something.
Yes, because I found the quote. And of course I should find it. It's the one that I read when I did those videos of the discourses for Silence Day in 2023. And so it's from the, in mine, it's the 6th edition revised volume 1. And it's from the Discourse on Love at the very end of the chapter, pages 167 to 168. If people would like to read it or note it for later.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. So
let's see. I'm looking at our list. I see Ralph. Are you there? Would you want to share your quote?
Yay, Elizabeth, you found it.
Of course I did.
Yay.
I know the discourses pretty well. It was bad. It means I haven't read them enough lately that I didn't come to it immediately. But I'm chagrined because I really should know it, because this is the one that I read. I shouldn't have even forgotten one line. Thank you.
Yes, my quote. First, I would like to get something clarified. I've been coming and going and at the computer and listening and not being able to listen. And I wasn't sure. I caught bits and pieces of Melanie's, what she shared with us, and wasn't sure that toward the end if you were talking about your mother or Kitty, Melanie.
No, I was talking about my mother at the end.
Your mother.
Yeah. I only mentioned that Kitty asked me when we first met, and the day I first appeared on the center, thanks to Ruthie Apple and to Maker Baba, Kitty asked who was my spiritual guide, and I said my mother.
I got that.
Yeah. No, and everything else was about my mother. My mother saying,
Then I missed out. I presume you were on the center with your mother, right? And
only many years later, only maybe 25 years later.
I see.
And she had come for the first time, and we had gone to the beach and were walking back, and she just said
what she said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ralph, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in like 40 years. You look the same.
I know that we have met.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And I did live in Washington, D.C. area for a while.
I think it was in Myrtle Beach where.
Did you ever go to the Muirs meetings?
Yes, most definitely.
Well, we could have met there as well.
Yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Telly was there.
I remember Telly. I was glad to see Telly again
A
today. Haven't seen him for a while.
young man named Bob Fish, and I don't know what's become of Bob Fish. Do you?
No, I don't remember Bob Fish.
I heard his name mentioned on at Marizod on I was watching a video of Erich and the late girl who wrote Erich's biography. Devana was there, and Willie was there. Will was there, and Erich had Will take over the talk. Was told his Baba story, and mentioned Bob Fish. But I don't know if he really meant Bob Fish or Bob Street, and nobody ever got that clarified. It was about 2010, I think, was the time, or the I think about the time of that incident. So my share is, my quote: animals have instinct and humans have intellect. But those drawn to me are drawn by inspiration. They smell the fragrance of my taffy shop, my love, and are attracted to it. J. Bob.
Interesting. Can you read it again and tell us where you're from?
Who?
You, Ralph.
I'm in Texas. Yeah.
Okay. And can you read it again?
I'm from my mom and dad. All right. Animals have instinct and humans have intellect. But those drawn to me are drawn by inspiration. They smell the fragrance of my taffy shop, my love, and are attracted to it. M.S. Orion.
Oh, taffy shop. I love it.
What
Ralph,
did you say by the what? What was that? The last word that you just said? Tapas. They're drawn to me by my what?
Taffy. Tea.
taffy shop. Taffy.
Frank.
Tavern?
Yeah. Frank, as in Florida, as in
Just say the word again.
taffy. Taffy. Candy, like a candy.
Oh, taffy. Oh, I couldn't understand what in the world you were talking about. Thank you.
What is saltwater taffy?
Maybe
Taffy.
Ralph, it's short. Could you read it one more time? Ralph?
Animals have instinct and humans have intellect, but those drawn to me are drawn by inspiration. They smell the fragrance of my taffy shop, my love, and are attracted to it. And are attracted to it. Nice. M.S. Orion.
Thank you. Ralph, are you getting some rain? Are you far from the big floods down there in Texas?
That there's a town, San Angelo. It's about maybe 120 miles from here. It's not that far actually, and it's flooded. It is flooded.
Your farm is okay?
We didn't get that. What they got, nothing. No, we just got a fine, very nice, fine misty, yeah, for a while. Yeah.
Hey, Ralph, do you happen to know about there's a Presbyterian camp in the mountains around Kerrville. And I know Mystic was the camp for girls that was destroyed, that had 52 people who died, and the water came up 26 feet within an hour. But I have been to one for when I was a member of a Presbyterian church in San Antonio, and that camp is very well known, and I can't recall the name of it. But I'm worried about it because it's very close to rivers. And have you heard anything?
No, I didn't know there was flooding in Texas. I
Oh,
know,
terrible. 52 people dead.
I know it more recently, and it's not that much news to me that you're saying, talking about it now, but I didn't know where it all was, but I did know San Angelo. And so you say San Antonio was involved? Of course, those rivers,
No. Kerrville in the hill country. The hill country.
Kerrville is.
The Guadalupe River flooded, and it came up 26 feet in an hour and wiped away whole all houses, and there were a lot of children who were killed as well as adults at this camp, Mystic Camp. And it's where a lot of political leaders have sent their children, like
Yeah. Oh,
Lyndon
really?
B. Johnson and people like that have sent their children there. It's an
camp.
all-girls school.
Oh.
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to distract you there. I was just curious.
I'm glad to know that you're away from the flooding, Ralph. That's yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and Baba bless those a lot of people, yeah, are deeply affected, yeah. Rosalie, you had a hand up. You still got something on your mind?
Yeah, someone got the quote and said something about the intellect blocking the heart. Yeah, so I wanted to read this. This is from Noreena's diary, and I absolutely love this. To be able to believe me, open your heart. Do not allow your heart to be obscured by giving to the head any imaginary motives to argue. Rest in me. Be selflessly detached when you are consciously experiencing unqualified confidence in my divinity. Be sure I have come to this world to achieve the new wonder of spiritual resurrection. I put into you the desire to use your intellect to serve me. That service will initiate in you and in the world a new rhythm of pure and selfless love. How I achieve this wonder of spiritual resurrection is no more a secret. I am here real and dynamically active in your higher self. I am the self immutable in all creatures. And I'll say, as far as this is the interesting thing about the discourses. The first discourse came, it was Avatar, because Meher Baba asked Elizabeth and Norina to start up the Meher Baba Journal because he wanted these transmissions to go in there. And they says, but Baba, no one's going to read it if you don't put something personally in. So we put Avatar in. That was the first, that kicked off the discourses. So, I find that extraordinarily interesting. But and then also I wanted to say that Baba told Adi Keurani as Avatar, he had taken us from sensation to reason. And now, this is my own thought, reason's gone really bad. Everyone in the world is worried. That's not reasonable. Now he's taking us from reason to intuition. We cannot let the mind stand in the way of that. it involves a good deal of surrender, I would say. Yeah.
What's the mind supposed to do? Once the intuition starts taking over, what's the poor mind going to do with itself?
The mind does simple things. You know, the worried mind is destructive. Yeah.
Oh, the
So
worry.
if you're in intuition, you know, he's taking us to intuition. It's an incredible leap in consciousness. And the mind should not block it. Our minds are so developed that they're blocking us.
Well, I think I think we've heard from everybody. If we have not heard from you, please speak up, raise your hand.
May I say something else?
Please. Yes.
Okay. Similar to Rosalia, or what seems to be Rosalia's insights, I too really value what Narina had to offer. And I just, as a bit of hopefulness, want to read in Narina's gift, her number 40 message to us through Meher Baba. And this, as Rosalia has said, she does often with Narina's, what Narina has voiced. I often, for many, many years, this was really my guide. So if you don't mind, it's short. I'd like to read it.
That's a great one.
Okay, thank you. Here's number 40. Those who give their lives unto me are mine. I take upon myself their burden, weight, in the complete stillness of resignation. You shall be lifted up into the sanctuary of my truth. This is my assurance. Let it hearten you in seas of calm and furious.
I like that one.
Oh, say it again, please, Mel.
Okay. Those who give their lives unto me are mine. I take upon myself their burden, weight, in the complete stillness of resignation. You shall be lifted up into the sanctuary of my truth. This is my assurance. Let it hearten you in seas of calm and furious.
I wanted to share one that I recited out loud. The Australian Grill for the Malmbergs, Theus and Rachel. And their life was, Baba had them on the hot grill. I mean, I saw their last days. It was pretty amazing. But they wanted this out loud at the grill, and it's powerful. You have come on earth to realize God. I do not ask you to go to the caves like the saints of the past. Remain in the world without being entangled therein. Do not renounce your duties with the hope of becoming spiritual. Do your duties, but have no desires for personal gain or reward. Let not your status or achievements fill your mind with false pride. I love this, when you offer your mind in love and faith, I do everything through you. You will then be no more bound by what you do. You will be unattached and yet in full action. You will remain free in the midst of your works. You will worry no more about what life brings to you. You will dwell in unshakable peace in spite of the tribulations in the world. You will be my torchbearers. I will say about these, those were for Americans because the mystical language was, they were not ready for it. I say, let's be ready for it, you know, because it's pretty well a mess, the world. And Baba's manifesting and he's given us keys to intuition, you know. Anyway, I believe in fast tracking, especially nowadays. Where the, but Jonathan has one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You may have seen this in the latest issue of the Trust's newsletter, but Bob Aaron shared it, and it's so simple. It was in 1976, during one of her short stays at Marazad. Baba asked my mom, wrote a mystery, to say aloud the following lines in Gujarati. So the translation is laugh, play, eat, drink, sleep well, get up well, live harmoniously, do not quarrel, keep taking Baba's name.
Oh. Again, one more time, Jonathan.
Laugh, play, eat, drink, sleep well, get up well, live harmoniously, do not quarrel, keep taking Baba's name. Throughout her visit, Baba had her repeat these lines several times a day in his bedroom, where the women Mandali would gather to meet him. On reflection, it holds a profound message for us all. Spirituality is not about extraordinary feats, nor is it about severe austerities. It is about living a simple, honest life with Baba's names on our lips and in our hearts, woven into the rhythm of our daily living. Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai, in Baba's love friend to follow mystery.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right.
I thought of a Brabazon poem. It's almost like my favorite. It says, we met, exchanged greetings, and went on laughing. For each of us, our laughter in our, wait a minute, I got it wrong. In each one's laughter was news of the beloved.
Oh,
yeah, that, you know.
lovely. Yeah.
And I think this Baba has brought so much humor. If you're reading Lord Mayher, the things, I mean, it's like we need that humor. And one of his old pal, Dr. Ghani, he says, Baba said he had wit and wisdom perfectly. And when Ghani passed away in 1951 during the New Life, Baba said, no one can do and help me the way Ghani helped me. Amazing. Yeah. Those that don't know, but Pratapa here, he talks every 2 weeks, you know, on Baba Zoom, and they're all on file. And he is he's a soul delight.
Wonderful. Yeah. Friday mornings, right after morning art.
Yeah, and he had all this time with Dr. Ghani, you know, just we need the humor. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call for closing. I think we're at, yeah. I'm ready. I don't know about any of y'all. So can we say together 3 times? Avatar,
Avatar,
Hey,
Baba,
Baba, PJ.
EJ.
Avatar,
Avatar,
Baba,
Baba,
EJ.
PJ.
Oh, Marion has shared.
Avatar, Baba, PJ.
Did Miriam share?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Yes, yeah.
Did
Yeah, I think we're all.
hear it again? Can we hear it again?
Yeah. All right, folks, on to Silence Day.
Thank you.
So there'll
Jay Baba, thank you so much.
Thank you so
It was
much,
really lovely.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Jai Baba. Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.